Yes, we are live. Here we go. Spinning the track here. Reentry Connect podcast. I'm your host, Keenan Hudson. Spinning the track with my homie Bayah Thomas. For those who don't know what spinning the track is, y'all know we just spin the track and talk what's on our mind. Without further ado, you already know that this broadcast is being brought to you by GPS Transportation. If you're looking for a transportation company that's 5-star in the Philadelphia area, be sure to look up gpstransportation.net. You can contact them at 215-774-9913. Again, they do wheelchair accessibles, they do kid pickup, they do private transportation, they do party buses and all the above. So be sure to contact them when you have the chance. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. All you got to do is mention me, mention Keenan Hudson Reentry Podcast, and they will guaranteed give you a special rate. If they don't give you a special rate, you contact me, and I'll make sure they give you a special rate. So again, GPS Transportation, shout out to y'all for sponsoring and bringing this broadcast about. Appreciate that. So back to the broadcast. Bayah, tell us what's on your mind, man. Let's spin the track a little bit, man. What's good, man? See the cell block all in the
let's go. Let's
background.
go.
See that gratis floor right
Yeah,
there. What's
yeah.
going on,
So I remember when I came through E Block in '99. Greatest foot that looked like block my cousin Shorty was on. You know what I mean? So many of the guys came through. Got the door hit. So they can give me some things and all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like so many of our brothers and our sisters, are behind those bars, and they haven't, been blessed with this opportunity that we're relishing right now. And so many of them are deserving of such, and so many of them deserve to be granted freedom, the second chance, um, to put their hand in the pot in regards to stirring up solutions other than being problem. And we got to do better in regards to helping them facilitate what they can from out here. We have so many programs, organizations, and just stellar people, men and women, that's doing this work out here that we're doing to not only change the narrative, but to put our brothers and sisters in the best position possible to be considered to be resentenced and or most importantly released. But when you in that
yeah.
box and you got, go ahead, bro.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, like when you bring that up, most people get the impression that somebody that's in prison is supposed to be there. Somebody that's in prison, they committed a crime, um, and are there because of something that they did. But little do people know that most times there's a lot of innocent people in prison. There's people in there for things they did not do. But a lot of times people overlook that because society just paints this certain picture of horror or an intimidation factor of, oh, somebody's behind prison. Oh, they belong there. But again, we speak for the voiceless. We have to be a voice for the voices of those who we know that stood strong, those who we know that were in prison for something they did not do or and are fighting hard, to come out. Shout out to Free Tyree Wallace. We was just actually at his court date where the actual judge had told the DA, hey, look, you got 90 days to review this case. And God willing, that man comes home for he was innocent. But I just wanted to share light to that there is a lot of innocent people behind bars as well.
Well, in correlation with that, I want to scream free Tyreen Rivers. He's one of my brothers. one of our brothers that's not innocent of the crime that he committed. All he, intended to do, as wrong as it was to snatch a lady's pocketbook, and the lady fell and hit her head and expired. But he intended no harm to this lady. He didn't wrestle her down, knock her in the head, anything. And what he thought was one swift action, he snatched the pocketbook and ran. He never looked back. He didn't know the lady fell or anything. Um, but he's serving a life sentence for that because he committed a crime. And within his act of a felony act, that's
Mm.
automatic life sentence. So he's
Right.
scheduled to die for snatching a purse,
Mm.
would cause someone to lose their life. Those are the individuals as well. And then, we have so many of our brothers and sisters out here free today because they were juvenile lifers, no matter what form of crime that they participated in regards to their actual charges. They're home now because the laws was changed. But we
Yeah.
have to understand that we have that power to change these laws. Senate bills comes around all the time, and they're to be voted on. It's on
Mm.
us to get these elected officials from the small stages to the big stages to reflect our wants and needs. And we have to do so by exercising our might. And our might comes in with our numbers. And our numbers are dictated when we show up for these court hearings. When our brothers and sisters and cousins, uncles and fathers have hearings, that's why they got them seats back there to see whether it's the defense or the prosecutor who has support, who's supporting this person in this seat, who's supporting these people at this bench, who's supporting the prosecution of this case, who's supporting the defense of this case. And that's why we have to show up and show out because lives is at jeopardy, and
Mm.
we got to put forth the effort to save as many children as we can, to save our brothers and sisters that's in there scheduled to die in there, to get them out here with us so we can amplify our voices and magnify the impacts that we're going to have in our community because we're going to do it regardless.
Yeah, because and a lot of times when you do look at that as well, putting a lot of people away, especially for things they didn't do, it really resets them so far back in life. And what I mean by setting them back is not to say that they're missing out on things out here, but they are. Each and every day that you spend in prison, you find yourself really just like being stagnant, not advancing in any way. You may advance mentally in some cases, but you won't advance, like in natural life. There's so many things that you missed opportunities out on because you were in prison. You were locked away. How many of us went away when technology wasn't as advanced as it is now? When I went to prison, they were just coming out with a flip phone. A flip phone, and I think they just got the little camera, the little digital camera on there. But then after that, I was gone. I was gone. Then then eventually, they tried to bring the eventually they brought the little tablets into prison, and then what happened was that was like the most advanced technology we ever saw. But here it was, they actually brought the old tablets to the prisons. The first tablets that ever came out, they brought those to the prisons because they was probably stacked up in the warehouse somewhere. So they sold them to us, for arm and a leg. But long story short, but that was the only technology we had. So when we did come home, there was a lot of things that were foreign. You know what I mean? It really does set you back when you are in prison like that. And a lot of people don't understand that That's a real issue. And I'm going to be talking about that. Be stay tuned, y'all, because I'm going to be talking about something called the Peter Pan syndrome that's coming in my next episode. So stay tuned. I'm going to be enlightening y'all on some real deep things. You know what I mean? So, but it has a lot to do with being incarcerated and not being able to grow beyond that.
On that note, I'ma say not being able to go beyond when we were incarcerated.
Mm-hmm.
I was incarcerated when I was 18, and I was facing the death penalty. I did 25 years in 6 different penitentiaries. I don't have any children. Um, I was incarcerated, maturing into the man that I am today, and I lost out on the opportunity to be a father. I lost out on the opportunity to be a stepfather to children that never had a father or lost their father. Um, and I was blessed with that opportunity. And now, we all have to persevere through the things that we endured while we were incarcerated. But at the same time, we got to persevere through what we are living through right now while we are out here in the free world. And
Mm-hmm.
I take pride in being a conscious, liberated man. And I just implore more of my brothers and sisters, more of our brothers and sisters, to be more willing participants in this thing we call being a freedom fighter. Uh, if you was in that box and you know what it is to not have no light shine on your face, um, you know what it is to not have a window in your cell, to not be able to open it and feel the cool breeze run down your back because it was hot, or not have an air conditioner or even a fan. Because I got box, we ain't had no fan. The walls used to sweat, you know. So at the end of the day, it's about being more accountable with your freedom. I never came home and didn't aspire to help my brothers and sisters get home. That's why we established redemption seekers. We seek to free as many brothers and sisters as we can. And then, most importantly, we seek to stop our future, our children, from devaluing their lives and anybody else's life just because. And so many of us that lost our lives, took lives because, just because. And that got to stop. There's no justification when you say, what happened or why did you do that? Because, nah, it's, I'm in with this, however way it's cut, I'm standing up. Um, and I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you to stand up. I'm challenging you to march. We marching, we gonna march from April to March. This movement is not for today. It's not for tomorrow. It's for life. I don't know how you carry it, but I carry it. I'm a lifer. I'm on parole for the rest of my life, without no numbers that dictate that. But 47 is a long time, and 2047 to be exact. Matter of fact, 2049. Yeah, 2049. You don't see that as being in my life, then I appreciate such
Yeah, but Bayah,
sentiment. But
real quick, and I don't mean
that's
to interrupt you,
what
but
it is. It's about
we
life and
gonna
death.
speak.
Um,
But look, we're gonna speak life over that though. Like we understand that some people are out here for parole for the rest of their lives and things like that. However, there's still ways to get around that. They do have clemency out here. They do have you get a pardon in a lot of ways, even though they take some work to get, but it's still possible to get rid of that. I know a lot of times we claim that number or that mark, in which the state wants us to have. But at the same time, we can still fight, what I'm saying, while we free. We can still fight, what I'm saying, while we're able. You know what I mean? So I'm just encouraging you. I mean, yeah, it's cool to enlighten, let people know, what the situation is, but we want to speak life over it. Like, yo, look, we can still fight. We can get the clemency. And if they don't want to stop there, we'll appeal that, go somewhere else with it. But we're not going to allow them to claim that, hey, people going to be on parole for the rest of their lives. You understand what I'm saying? So I didn't mean to interrupt you, though, but I just wanted to bring that, to let people know, don't ever settle for less. You know what I'm saying? You settle for what you believe in. You fight for what is right. You know what I'm saying? Salute to that. Yeah, man.
No doubt. That's why I say, good checkmate. So in accordance with that, like I said, the redemption seekers, that's what we do in regards to seeking what's our rights. And our rights is always, naturally, is to be the man, the father, the leader of the household. And so many of these rules and regulations that are placed on us as parolees can loosen and then relinquish, as my brother cleverly pointed out, the fact that what I was just saying in regards to effectuating our best interests, and it's so many different ways in regards to proving that these rules and regulation is hindering you, and you're a law-abiding citizen for X amount of months or years or decades, whatever. You can petition to the court that have such burden released from you. And what I was saying before about us having our support system, our family, our friends, our coworkers, people that we meet in the gym, whoever it may be that we're engaging with on a daily basis, to come in these courtrooms and speak with and for us, to get uh, individuals released from prison, to get clemency or get a pardon. However, these are ways that we have to do, as was stated, to get freedom. Just because we're out here don't mean we're free. And I said that in relation to um, the ability for any parole officer, cop, or just someone on the street that knows you. Um, it could become real fast if you don't know your rights and you don't understand what you have the ability to do. And that's what I'm speaking about in regards to what's pressed upon our chest, whether we fight it or we don't understand it, or we're just at a loss to reality. No matter facts, no matter what the case may be, the facts of the matter is, I I hold on to what I fight with everything I got.
Mm-hmm.
That this is about life and death.
Mm-hmm.
However way you cut it. At the end of the day, if you don't fight in a fight for life and death, then I can't speak on that. I'm fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not fighting for my life because my life is already what it is. The love of life. I've matured and evolved into the love of life. So I have no fear of death. I just want to give love and breathe life into the lifeless. So many of our youth and our peers have no idea that they're committing suicide with the ways that they're providing for theirs, the ways that they're defending theirs. And that's what I'm breathing life to. I'm breathing life to the fact that we got to care more. We got to love each other more. And we got to hate less. We got to get rid of that hate. That's what I'm speaking on. I'm speaking on the fact that right then and now, somebody's child was murdered. The second after that, somebody lost their life in prison.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm speaking out for. That's what I'm doing this for. Um, to see um, the day when a mother can hold her son, and she thought she would never do so, and he was released from prison.
Mm,
That's why I stand and walk and sit here before you today and speak my truth.
cool, cool. Yeah, and yeah, man, I just, I was thinking earlier, how grateful we should be just in general to even experience freedom. We always mention that some people don't get that second chance. Some people don't get to see that sunlight. Some people are just indoors, can't come out of their cell, you know, um, just wondering if they'll ever see the day of light ever again. Um, but at times, you got to remind yourself, like I know I remind myself a lot, like, hey, look, that's not a place you want to go back to. So I encourage individuals that if you're throwing stones at the penitentiary, stop. If you're going around, hanging around that wrong crowd, stop. If you think carrying a gun just to flash it around and probably plot to shoot somebody, stop. You don't know what's ahead of you because it's either the jail or the grave. And most people that goes to jail, a lot of them repeat. They may come home, but they'll be repeated offenders. It sets you back. Before you know it, 20 years done blew by. And next thing you know, you try and figure out how to survive because you waste a lot of time of your life in and out of prison. So I definitely commend y'all to definitely reconsider the things that you're doing because it's not going to be a nice outcome when you have to spend 40 years of your life behind them bars. And then you're expecting your family to ride with you who's going to fall off within the first 10 years. So just think about it. Yeah, man. But yeah, Big Yak, whatever
So
you got.
let me let me let me piggyback on that. I'm gonna say in regards to, as I say, I got to figure out a new word because the suicide Jones, it triggered me yesterday, last night when my brothers misunderstood me. But we're gonna talk about something like Russian roulette, right? Um,
Mm,
you got the Russian roulette. You put one in the chamber and you spin the barrel. It's a revolver. So you got a chance that it might not shoot you and kill you. You put it to your head, or you might get a clip. And then you survive. Uh, but we talking about playing with automatic weapons. That's
mm,
suicide. Put the drone to your head and pull the trigger. So when you go down this block, and this block, you walk down that joint, you're gonna die. Ain't no if but none of that about it. You're gonna die, and you still walk down that block. If you know you do what you're gonna do, you know what you holding, and you know you're going to the penitentiary for the rest of your life. No ifs, ands about it. Like that's what it is. And you willfully sign on for that life in your blood. Make it make sense. So at the end of the day, you feel as though you held the chest and all that. But you commit an act for your man and with your man and all that. And then your man testify on you and give you a life sentence. You did something for your man, you pushed 10 for your man, and he out on the streets, and 3 years after you was incarcerated, he um he having a baby with your baby mom.
mm,
There's so many things that I can say that we've experienced, and trust me, believe me, we've experienced so many different things in regards to that life deceiving us, that life violating us, the people that we stood for so strong with, um, they folded, and we was
Mm-hmm.
the only ones with that bag in our in that cell, sick.
Mm,
Um, you may think like I did that that wouldn't happen to me. Um, my peoples love me. My people's this and my people's that. Yeah, my people love me, but they was living their
mm,
life, and you'll be stuck in that joint with life, and you won't
mm,
get the opportunities that we was willing to die for. And
mm,
that was to come home and be a part of something that was bigger than us. We're not here
mm,
speaking and presenting ourselves in this form for our individual selves. Every
mm,
time we speak, we got people with us. You know, I got
mm.
people with me. Bro got people with him, and then all of them got people with them. So why we
Yeah.
can't stand up and
Hey,
make an impact?
real quick, it's a there's some people over here on Instagram, right? Somebody by the name of Showing Alliance. He was asking where we're from. We're actually from originally from Philadelphia, but Bayah's over in Harrisburg, but we're in Pennsylvania. So then he was saying like facts to a lot of things you were saying. He also says that he says I was robbed the other day. He said I don't blame the kids. I blame the New York hip hop industry. Wow, that's deep. He said he blames the New York
Wow.
hip hop industry. Is his name is Showing Alliance. Like that's deep because you know he's listening to everything you're saying right now.
Yeah, I respect that. Big props, Sean. I'm gonna say this right, and this is just my walk right now and my march, and I'm saying that because we have a march coming up in Harrisburg. I'm not gonna speak too much about it because it's not what we're here for right now. But what I'm going to speak about is not hip hop. It's not New York hip hop. It's us as individuals because I was one of the counterproductive elements in my community. Um, I had individuals that was with me and that followed me, that was under me, that aspired to be like me, that they heard and seen the things that I was doing when I was pushing 10. And they believed in that. So it comes and starts with us, whether it was our elders or our youngins. At the end of the day, this is the work that we put in. So now we got to put this work in to combat that work because
Mm,
we got a false sense of reality, thinking that we got to do that type stuff to live a meaningful life. But we robbing ourselves like you was robbed,
mhm. Yeah.
like you was robbed. That
Mm,
young boy that's out there that he don't know his dad and his mom didn't hide, and he got a little brother in
mhm.
the house, and he trying to provide, and ain't nobody put nothing in his hands so he can make life, you know, meaningful.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
whose fault it is.
And that's what it's and that's what it is. Like he said, even the hip hop scene, man, it's a lot in the music in which controls a lot of the young people today. If you rap about positivity, young cats don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people they value the oh shoot the ops up. They value hey pick that gun up and knock them down. You know they value in any means necessary you kill your enemies. Like they value those type of things, which is not good, and that's why we're killing ourselves, especially a lot of Black African American men. A lot of people don't understand that in the United States, Black people make up only 12% of the country. A lot of people don't understand that. So if you're killing each other off, just imagine what you're doing to your people. There'd be no more people, no more
Mm-hmm.
black, and we just think it's okay to do when we just sitting here killing each other. Not saying that I'm promoting, oh, kill other people. No, shouldn't kill nobody. You shouldn't want to take anybody's life. You didn't even give a life, so what makes you think you could take one? But in our ignorance, and the experiences that we had, we didn't know what we were doing. We were kids. We were, adolescents. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to convey that message early, so you guys don't fall down the same rabbit hole that we did. So, but Bayah, I know it's coming up on time though. We want to definitely, because I'm quite sure you're going to be going live right after this, to burn it down more. So if y'all can tune in definitely to Bayah Thomas, Bayah Thomas, you're going to be going live, right, Bayah?
8 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah, he going to be going live. So y'all
Yeah,
want to
eight
tune in
o'clock.
for
8 o'clock.
what he doing.
So eight
So,
o'clock. E. Bayard Thomas. E. Dot BayahThomas.
yes.
Many platforms. We're gonna do it on Facebook Live though.
Okay. Cool, cool. But without further ado, man, it's your host, Keenan Hudson here at the Reentry Connect podcast. Appreciate everybody tuning in, spending the track with eBay Thomas. We appreciate everybody coming through. Again, shout out to GPS Transportation .net. Y'all can contact them 215-774-9913. Be sure if you guys are looking, coming in, flying in, from on the airport, if you need a party bus. It's a lot of different things that you can get from this transportation company. Feel free to contact them, mention my name, or mention even the podcast, and they'll definitely take care of you. But until next time, we're gonna see all everybody later, and everybody have a good evening, good day, and we'll see y'all soon.